Hi, I'm Dr. Paul Scheele. Welcome to Abundance Sunday. The human mind actually is devoted to organizing your present reality. Our past brought us to this now moment. When we think about our future, what we have a tendency to do is refer to our past and project that forward. So essentially, we're immune to change. If something comes in that challenges our mental model of what's real and what's possible, immediately we'll have a tendency to fight against it. It's natural. Our present reality becomes our habit of expectation. So when we set a goal, we're really having an imagined vision of a possibility that is other than our current reality. And when you set a goal to live into a higher level of abundance, we're actually immediately up against that old mental model. So in a previous session, I talked about the importance of a goal, the importance of holding a container of possibility, and the importance of having a belief that this possibility is yours. Now, when you are operating on a daily basis with the intent of living into a higher level of abundance, what the brain is starting to do is it starts to sort for the opportunities that this possibility could be realized. You're going to hear people referring you to books or podcasts or TED Talks, or you're going to be guided by your inner self, your higher mind, to the possibility that you've been looking for, a way to get to that end result that you're trying to achieve. See, the conscious mind is great at setting a goal, but it's the other than conscious mind, the further resources of your non-conscious mind that will always present to you the best ways and means to get to that ideal end result. Now, when we're in the face of contrary views, or if it's up against a mental model that we've become habituated to, in those moments where there's a bit of a challenge, it's very helpful to remember, what is your goal? What are the possibilities that you're holding for being able to realize that goal? When you have the belief that this is going to happen, you're recognizing you know the what, which is the goal. You just don't know the how. You might know the next couple of steps you could take, but beyond that, there's a bit of an abyss. There's a gap. You don't really know how it's going to be possible to achieve something that you've never experienced in the past. Since other people have been able to do that, you need to be unreasonable to think that you could have it. And as George Bernard Shaw said, all progress is determined by unreasonable people. And when you present your goal to someone else, they may try to talk you out of it. And if for some reason you don't succeed at some step you think you ought to take, you say, oh, I'm going to do this next step. And you try it and you fail. What do other people usually say? I told you so. It's called a self-fulfilling prophecy. Their mental model says it's not possible. They're looking for reasons to validate their negative position. It's what mind is designed to do. It's designed to run around in the universe finding evidence for whatever thought you're holding at the time. And if they're having thoughts of lack or limitation or scarcity of some kind, they're going to see it, they're going to sort for it, they're going to find it, and they're going to let you know about it. When you're sorting for possibility and you're holding the belief of what you're going to do, you'll see an opportunity, you'll try it. If it works or if it doesn't work, in either case, you've learned something. Whatever works, you do more of it. Whatever doesn't work, you do something different. And so you're always sorting for, how can I adapt and make a positive change? How can I gain feedback that will give me additional knowledge, strength, capacity to accomplish what it is that I desire? And I can say that there are many times in my life where I had a fear about failing at a next step that was in front of me. And I made a decision early on that said, if I have a fear, I must confront it. I must, because my highest purpose is to experience the fullest expression of possibility for me as a human being. So if at any point I think, ooh, that's I don't have a possibility of succeeding in that, I have to say, then I have to confront it. And I have to find a way to get through it, around it, past it, under it, over it. I am going to confront that fear. A lot of people are fear averse, right? They're not interested in confronting the fear. A teacher of mine said, who you are, the true power and potential that's within you, is hidden behind the thing you fear most. The only way you're going to discover the true power and potential, the abundance that's truly available to you, is by stepping into and moving through that thing you fear most. That's why I've developed so many paraliminals about recognizing this capability and capacity that you have within you in any area of your life where you may feel lack or limitation. Because the truth is, there is an abundance of resources within you that will help you get to where you want to go. This is Abundant Sunday. Find the abundant resources within you to overcome something you fear might be stopping you from getting where you want to go. Remember, the human mind is oriented towards validating whatever thought form you hold. You hold the thought of possibility, your mind will sort for opportunities. Hold the mind thought of scarcity and negation, your mind will sort for that. So don't listen to the naysayers. If you feel committed to this and you believe that you can accomplish what matters to you, go for it. There's a famous statement by the philosopher Goethe that says, he who does not the thing has not the power, but he who does the thing has the power. You can never discover the true power and potential within you until you step boldly forward to accomplish what you want. Boldness has genius, power, and magic in it. Only engage, and then the mind grows heated, begin it, and then the work will be completed. Best wishes. Go and enjoy your abundant life.